In 2015, while touring Japan, Frederic Leclercq, the bass player, ex-bass player of DRAGONFORCE, and now bass player for KREATOR and SINSAENUM, met in the supporting band on their tour of Japan, the guitarist Saki, and the two of them struck up a friendship. They enjoy talking about music, and they came up with a plan and an idea that they'd like to release an album together. So over the coming years, they met up many times when Frederic went to Japan to discuss their ideas and form their plans for what was to come. Late in 2018, they decided to get to work on releasing the album, but being with the problems of distance, it was decided that Frederic would go over to Japan, and the pair of them and the rest of the band, they locked themselves in a studio for 3 weeks, 8 hours a day, until they came up with their album. And that album is AMAHIRU. And it's a blistering album, a great album, and one that is well worth checking out. A little hidden gem, a little diamond coming in at the end of 2020. They brought in some well-known musicians. They brought in Cohen Janssen, the Epica keyboard player, Mike Heller of Raven and Fear Factory on drums, and the vocalist that Frederic knew of and he thought would suit the band really well, and Saki agreed on hearing a sample of his vocals. Archie Wilson on vocals. Sean Reinhardt was on drums earlier in the project, but unfortunately he passed away. But he is included on here. They included his version of one of the tracks as an alternative version bonus track, which was a really nice touch of them to do that in his memory. Guest vocals on here also include Elise from Amaranth on a track called Lucky Star, and that's a great track and one of the longest tracks on the album. Okay, let's go into the CD. I will do a review in this at the end. I don't usually do reviews, but I think this is really deserving of my opinions and what I think of this as an album. The artwork was done by Travis Smith. Really nice cover of a Japanese forest with the sun or the moon shining through on the buried samurai sword. Onto the inside, the disc. When I first saw this, I thought it was just a pattern, and I kept on looking at it thinking it must mean something, but it took me a while. It did take me a while. I'm getting old, bear with me, but it does spell out AMAHIRU. It is AMAHIRU on here. Let's have a look at the booklet. Colours come out in this a lot deeper than on the cover of the case. Really nice piece of artwork. We go into the track listings, and then we have all the lyrics inside. One thing I note, when I first listened to it, I was trying to work out which guitarist was which, and I had no chance. But it does tell you, in order that the solos appear, who played which solo. But I would recommend, when you listen to the album for the first time, don't follow this. Just listen to the album and enjoy the music of all the musicians and the guitar solos, and don't be swayed or biased by who plays which solo. Listen to it, and then you can go back and check later on who played what solo, if any of them really caught you. Just listen to it and enjoy it for what it is, because it really is a great album, and quite varied in its own way. There's some tracks, style of tracks that you may not have listened to before, and you'll really enjoy it. It's something just that little bit different to come out at the end of the year. These are the two guys, ladies and gentlemen, Saki and Frederic. And I think that what they achieved in the time that they achieved it was fantastic, which goes to show you don't have to spend 2 years in a studio to make an album. They went in, and in 3 weeks they came up with a great piece of music, great piece of art. On the back we have the tracks. There's 12 tracks, 2 of which are the bonus tracks, and 1 of which is the alternative version of Bringing Me Down, featuring Sean Reinhardt. Okay, my thoughts on this album. Innocent is the first track. It starts off with some Japanese style music, just to give you that feel that we know we're into an East meets West situation here, as it has been described in other people talking about this album. But it's very subtle, very quick, and then we're into a great opening rock track. Nothing too heavy, nothing too commercial. Just the band limbering up, giving you a feel of what's to come without giving too much away, and just easing you into the album. Some nice solos, just a great feeling track. Then we're on to the next 2 tracks. The radio-friendly tracks that they released with videos. Welcome to the Party and Ours. Great toe tappers, foot thumpers, lots of nice, sweet little solos in there. Nothing too long, as you would expect of a radio-friendly rock tracks. But great tracks they are, and good fun. They are what they are. Nothing wrong with that. On to track number 4, Way Out. Now we're getting down to business. We're up in the ante. Heavier rocker track, great choruses and harmonies, and blistering guitar solos. And Archie Wilson, just a little bit of subtle growling, but don't be put off. It's not a growling vocals track. It's very subtle, and just him experimenting with his voice and taking you through the track. Number 5, the first instrumental track on the album, Ninja no Tamashi. And Tamashi in Japan, as far as I know, is to do with your spirit or your soul. So whether I get a bit deeper or not, I don't know, whether it's saying that your ninja has no spirit or soul. He's a cold-blooded killer. Bit deep, maybe? Maybe. Okay, it's a great track. Opens with piano and a shakuhachi, the Japanese bamboo flute. Very synonymous with Japanese music, especially for what us in the West would experience. Very recognisable, and it's played by a man called Kifu Mitsuhachi. It's also accompanied by some string instruments, probably done on a keyboard, and it's just a fantastic opening, and it takes you into some great guitar wizardry and keyboard moments, then bringing back the shakuhachi into while they're doing guitar solos. Then it shouldn't work, but it works fantastic, and it's just a great feel and a great sound. Top track, well worth a listen. Then we're on to track number 6, Vanguard, a power thrash metal opening, which continues through the track, but Archie Wilson's vocals, they just smooth it off and take you on an easy ride with the rest of the music. So for those of you not in so much into the thrashing part, it makes it a listenable track, and it's again another great track. I know I'm going to say there's a lot of great tracks in this album. It is an album that flies by. It's 50 odd minutes long, and it just flies by, which is always the sign of a great album. Now track number 7, Bringing Me Down. We're just slowing things down a little tad. It's a track with a great groove to it. Something really different compared to the rest of the album. Once again, great melodies and choruses. Very American rock sound and feel to it. And that's not a bad thing. It's just the way the track is. And it's a sweet little track. Very nice. As I say, there is the alternative version at the end. Go listen to it. Make sure you don't miss that one out. Follow it through. Number 8, Lucky Star. This is where we have Elise from Amaranth on here as guest vocalist, singing along with Archie. It's a epic power metal type track. Great choice to bring Elise in. The pair of them match up so well, and they couldn't have chosen anyone better to have done this. It's one of the longest tracks on the album at 5 minutes and 28 seconds. So there's plenty of room for everyone to do their thing and for the guitar solos to breathe and have room. Number 9, the next instrumental track on the album. As I say, we have 3 instrumental tracks, one of which is included in the bonus tracks. If you like the band D-Drive, another Japanese band, all instrumental tracks on here, you will enjoy the instrumental tracks on AMAHIRU's album. There's a similar feel to them, although these are a lot more. I'll let you listen. You decide for yourself. But if you enjoy that, you'll enjoy these. And if you enjoyed the solos on here, go check out the instrumental tracks on there. As I say, Waves. It's open, airy breather of a laid back track with some lovely guitar passages, and it's a nice time out before we move on to the next track. And you need a little time out before you move on to the next track, because it's the heaviest track on the album, in my opinion. It's the track Samurai. It's a full frontal assault on the senses, and but it's pure bliss. Stick your headphones on, stick your headphones for the whole album, turn it up. But the track Samurai, definitely the heaviest track on the album, and one that you'll enjoy. Track number 11, Bring Me Down. It's the alternative version, as I've said earlier, with Sean Reinhardt on drums. And it takes us through to the last track, which is a proggy rock feel to it. See, another instrumental track with great drum work from Mike Heller and keyboards from Cohen Janssen. Finishing off the album a little bit different and showing what the band is capable of. And I hope that they do something else in the future, that they do get back together, because this, you feel, is just the beginning of some great projects. They have said that it's probably unlikely that they'll be able to tour due to the difficulties of them all being different bands and obviously the situation at the moment. But as I say, that's fine. If they bring out something else like this and carry on in this journey, I'll be more than pleased. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please check this out. You can find tracks to listen to. They're all available in your usual places. If you like it, buy it and support the band and the music industry and encourage them to go in and do some more for us. I hope you enjoyed this, and I've enjoyed doing it for you, and I hope you come back again. Until next time, all the best, take care, and I hope to see you again. Bye.